Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're having a good day. Hey, hey, hey. So second project of the day here, we have a Troy-Bilt TB210. It happens to be, looks like a 2018. So I had sold this a few months ago. I'm sure I did a video on it. I changed out the front end here. I think the front end was screwed up somehow with the bent axle. I grabbed this off of Murray maybe and put it on, spray painted it. This was a scrapper machine. It had overspray on it like it was in somebody's garage, all kinds of white overspray. Nice guy bought it. He just messaged me and said, I used it once, went to start it, and it starts and stalls, starts and stalls. So I kind of stepped away from the project I was working on. I had grabbed this Craftsman out of my to-do pile. The carburetor had a half-inch of shellac. So I manhandled the carb, put it all back together. It started but wasn't running right. Somebody had messed with the governor. I took it all apart and adjusted the governor. Started and ran fine and then stalled. So it kind of disgusted me. I walked away from it. Nice looking machine. 2007. Looks like it was cared for. I've got the other piece here. You don't see a sticker like that from '07. This thing was garage kept. Hopefully I can get it resurrected on the Precision Plus cutting system. One of the wheels is dragging. I would have to work on that. So I thought I was going to be happy and fix that, but I'm sad because it's a pain in my butt. So I think I've got everything. What I want to do is just take it all off. I was grilling him, and it kind of confused me about fuel. He said, because I said, did you just use the fuel that I had in the tank? He said, yeah. I says, you didn't add any of your own? No. And I asked him again. He says, yeah, I did add a little bit, but I have treated fuel. So did he contaminate his crappy fuel with what I had in here? We're going to find out. So what the deal with him is he was going on a cruise in a couple days and wanted to cut his grass. So I just swapped out another machine. I think it was a Murray high wheeler, same exact setup, auto choke, everything was the same but the brand name. So I gave him that. Even Steven just switched it out because I was going to fix this, but he wanted to do his lawn cutting, so I just swapped. 8mm. Nice guy from Maryland. Everybody I meet from Maryland is nice. What's up with that, you Maryland people? Got another customer from Maryland. So what we'll do is pour what's in the bowl in the tank in here, and let's see what it will be. Do I need to move you? What do I want to do? Okay, so 7. I need a 7mm for the 2 screws that go into the carb. Beautiful day in Southwest Florida. Nice breeze out of the north, probably 10 to 15 knots, and 80 to 81 degrees. T-shirt weather. I hope you guys up north start warming up. Okay, here we go. I haven't messed with the plastic carb in a few weeks. I've been organizing and working on other crap. Okay, so let's why don't we do this? We'll separate it. Separate the fuel line from the tank, take care of the tank first, and then we'll dump what's in the bowl at a later time. Okay, don't spill any of that. I'm gonna dump this. Wow. I'm just letting it come down the hose so I don't spill a lot of it. First pour was a lot of debris. I don't know if that was me knocking stuff down. But wow, this doesn't look too good. I think it was, I don't know, we'll find out. But this looks like antelope urine. Really yellowy. You know what I mean? In debris city. Yeah, water. See it all move to the bottom. I tilted the container back and it all started to pool up down there. Water. It was his screw up. Let's see how much was in the bowl. We're gonna pour that in there. Hey, look. Awesome orange, same color as this fuel. So he had shitty fuel. So the problem is I gave him a good machine. He's gonna cluck that one up with this shitty fuel. Maybe I'll get in touch with him before he heads out of town and just say, hey, fuel was not good. Don't use that fuel because I'll be seeing you again. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Let me try to pop this bowl. I thought I had everything out, but this snap-on driver isn't wide enough. So let me get my Stanley live television. It's always a screw up. Okay. So other than that, I've been just trying to add to my inventory. I'm not as gung-ho as I was at the beginning of the year, but I'm gonna keep plowing. Maybe take a good look at my inventory and start picking out the best stuff, although that didn't help me with this Craftsman. Looks super fine, but it's a pain in my ass. I don't want to lose what's in the bowl here. I want evidence. A shitload of debris in the bowl, and I can see some water spots. See the little area where the lowest part of the bowl, you can see some water dancing around in there. Look at all that shit. Wow. I think after this video, I'm going to search through my numbers and call this guy to prevent any screw ups, like I said. Because if he uses this shit, he'll be right back again. Nice guy and all, but I got my own crap to work on. You know what I mean, Vern? Tell him whatever he's got in his containers, get rid of it. See, is the jet open? Yep. Jet's open and fine. It's just a water issue. I'm just going to blow it out and not disassemble the cartridge because I don't have to. You know, if it was varnishy and caked up with snot, then I would. But this thing's only been gone a couple months. I think 2 months ago we bought it. I had actually listed the machine for $140. I gave him $20 for his trade, which I forget what it was, but I asked him because I couldn't remember. He said, yeah, I traded one in. So I got $120 cash in his machine. Is how the deal worked out. So like I said, I just gave him another high wheeler because that's what he wanted. I had dug out about 6 or 7 low wheelers till I finally found the other high wheeler. So we'll put this back. Put my fresh Wawa fuel in it, and I bet you it starts. The other thing could be, could I have sent it out with bad fuel? But I doubt it, because I'm using the same fuel on my own crap and I haven't had an issue. Not to throw the guy under the bus, but I think it was what he added. You know what I mean? Because Tommy time isn't perfect. I screw up on a continual basis, but I try to minimize screw ups. Put the just get the tank started in the slot and then hook up my fuel line and then continue pushing it down and then push the fuel line completely on the carb nipple. Okay, there we go. Put the backing plate on. Everything is free and clear. Since I've got the 7mm socket still on my DeWalt, we'll do the screws into the plastic first. One, two, how are you? Switch it out with my 8. We'll do the sheet metals. Okay. So I confirmed it before I threw it up on the table. I gave it one pull. It ran for a couple seconds and then crapped out. So, and we verified that with the big puddle of water in the awesome orange container. I'll give them an option, I guess, since this is running. I'll say, hey, if you really like the Troy-Bilt, bring me the Murray back and we can switch them out. Not that there's any difference, they're the same. 550s, 550EX. Okay, still have the 8 on the drill. Table is somewhat flat. I'm going to look at the oil. Oil's at the top hole. We fueled it. Everything is back together. Let's drop this Troy-Bilt Turd. Pull and go. Yeah, I got an idea. We'll bring it up to the craftsman. Maybe the craftsman will get the picture, the big picture. Troy-Bilt can show Crafty what it should be doing, running and moving. Yeah, I think I put a new cable on this one. Yeah, I think this had a cable issue as well. Did we put a new blade on this Troy-Bilt? No, we just sharpened what was on there. Okay, what do we got? Okay, we got it to purr. Got rid of the water. 2018 Troy-Bilt. I've been trying for 4 years to get water to burn, and the damn stuff is not cooperating. Let me tell you, I try hard every week, and it's been a failure. Water will not ignite. You guys have a good day. Thanks for coming out. Just a little quick restification, checking my work. Not that it's always good, but this time it was. Harvey screwed it up. Tip your waitress and wait staff, please. Adios, amigos. If you have not subscribed or liked, please do that. It keeps me motivated to show you guys junk on 4 wheels. Like and subscribe. See you.